announcement. I said, I'm working for CBS News. I'm going to apply for that job. And then I got selected. And CBS News, I think they were like chagrined. Oh my God, what are you going to do with this kid? And so they farmed me out to the one time to the Atlanta Bureau, and I covered some local fire story. And then they shipped me off to CBS News, which is a huge bureau covering maybe 8 to 10 states. And it's a and we're in the back of WBBM, a small station, and the Wounded Knee story broke. 1973, and lo and behold, all the correspondents and reporters were out covering stories in the hinterlands, and I was the only one with my union card, AFTRA card, was allowed to go out with the camera crew. When they said, they thought, oh my God, we're going to have to send this intern, this rookie, with the camera crew. And I wasn't prepared for that breaking story. I had stacked cubes like this, and off we went. We had an Indian guide take us through to we had every time the searchlights came, because the FBI were all, surrounding the hamlet with armored personnel carriers. So we were told to just flatten ourselves on the ground every time the searchlights came, because we didn't want to be found out, because we wanted to get in and cover the story. So we marched through the cow pastures, got into the hamlet, and they discovered that we were in there, and then we were trying to send our stories out. I was so naive. I wasn't politicized or anything in those days, but I saw what I saw, and I met the Native Americans, the AIM leaders, Russell Banks, and interviewed the hostages, and we were more scared of being massacred than, of the Indians. They were just like a little band. They had rifles, and it was just a small band of Native Americans. So we all thought that, oh my God, they don't know we're in here, we're going to get killed. And I began my story with the quote, "It's a good day to die." And, and then, of course, when the assignment editor, I said, "Oh, you're going to use my story? Use your story. It's in the trash where it belongs." And they pulled me out immediately. But lo and behold, they sent in someone else, Jeff Williams, who was a Vietnam War correspondent. And he went in there. He actually spoke a little Sioux. They didn't like his coverage either, and so he didn't last very long. So it wasn't just because I was a dumb intern, it was, I said, oh my God, really, I'm so naive not to have realized that, that I can't just say what I want.
The story is so remarkable in itself, but also because you were one of the only Asian American women working in network news at the time. And I love this because you told me when you exited, when you departed after you said that line of yours, that it was actually the best decision that you could have made, the best turn of events, because it led you into becoming a storyteller of a different kind.
Absolutely. I realized then that, I have such a big mouth. and the only place that I could actually speak my truth would be as a creative writer, as a poet. And so that's how I became a poet. I never, dreamt about wanting to be a poet. It was just like wanting to be an astronaut in those days, It's not an option for Asian American women. And so that, by hook or crook, it found its way to me.
But my question when I found out that you became a poet in this manner is, what on earth did you tell your parents? Because Asian mom and dad, oh, no.
Well, they were actually not as unhappy with me being a poet as they were when I was in a rock band.
Also, you're learning about Genny now.
I was